All right, so how does growth, green energy, storage, electric vehicles, and retail distribution sound? Well, NCB Capital Markets Limited has announced its role as co-broker for the secondary public offer, or SPO, of the Tropical Battery Company Limited, which offers both new and existing investors an opportunity to generate steady income and build long-term wealth through equity ownership. Joining us this morning, we have Senior Vice President of Investment Banking Unit, Christopher Buchanan, and of course the Executive Chairman of Tropical Battery Limited, Alexander Melville, to tell us all about it. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
This sounds like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, money heaven, battery heaven.
Absolutely.
And Tropical Battery is a name that is trusted, tried, tested, and proven, and has rescued many a woman. Hi, ladies.
Yes,
many times. Because when in doubt, Tropical Battery will always be there. And I'm very, very happy about this SPO right now. So talk to us, Alexander, about how this secondary public offering, why is it on the table at this time?
Well, great question. You know, in our journey, we took the company public in 2020, and in that we set out a plan to grow the business. And so what we've done, we've grown from Jamaica. A lot of people don't know we're in Dominican Republic, and also in the United States of America. We bought a business there last year, a 60-year-old company, so we're 75 years old, another older established brand. And in that, we took on some bridge loan financing, so we're in the process now. Our sales are up 100% on last year. We went from, when we went public, we were doing $1.8 billion in revenue. This last year, we just closed $5.6 billion in revenue. So that growth has come with some leverage, and so we're doing our SPO to raise some capital to pay down that leverage, and then all of that will lower interest cost and put some money to the bottom line for shareholders.
Nice, that part, that part. So when a company is doing well, if you own a piece of the company, it means that you're doing well.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Alex, tell us a little bit about, before we get into some of the details of the how. Tell us a little bit about, how from 2020 to now, you mentioned in terms of the size, but how does going public completely change a company and cause you to be able to be a better company for your customers?
Yeah, it's another good question. For the first thing, we went from like a family business to broadening ownership. We wanted most of our team, now probably 80%, probably about 70% of our team members own shares in Tropical Battery. So all the employees have ownership and bought in the IPO when we're like $1, now we're $2. So it's about creating wealth, and also,
I love that.
so that part of it was really, that's how it has changed lives that way. And then it also allows you to try and focus on, we pride ourselves in customer service. And so it allows us, with that broadened sense of ownership, the team members don't just feel like an employee. They're owners,
invested
in it, and also helped with the customer service. Because when you feel like an owner, you know.
More companies were like that?
I gotta tell you, absolutely
People come and work happy every day because of my company.
My company, yes. I have vested interest. Hi, good morning, how are you? Welcome to Tropical Battery. How may I serve you? I gotta tell you, Alexander, may I picture up my investment, right? But let me get the banker involved now, because this is where persons watching this morning can be a part of a company, of a family like this that is actually doing well. So how do we come to Cap Markets? Hi, Cap Markets family, up by you, Mona. Hi, Candace, how you doing? Talk to us about how we can get to be a part of this SPO.
Well, the most important thing is that you have to have a JCSD account, a broker account. And if you do have one of that, you'll be able to participate in the offer. But if you don't, that's fine. We can assist you at NCB Capital Markets. All you need to do is go on goipo.jncb.com, and you'll be able to sign up online, fully online, open an account, and participate in the offer. It is now pre-opened. So as soon as you have your account, you get an email to say, hey, your JCSD account is now live, and you are able now to participate in the offer. You go back on goipo.jncb.com, and you'll be able to do $1,870 is what you need to start in order to purchase.
What I was about to ask you, what's the minimum?
The minimum, $1,870 to start, and you'd be able to purchase 1,000 shares.
Okay, what's the price right now for it?
$1.87.
$1.87. Okay, very well. So, okay. Right,
so
great.
it's a
Yeah, do the math.
Yeah, do the
do
math.
the math.
Yeah.
Chris, how easy is it when you have a story to tell? Like, because every company is a story. People, especially if they're just getting into investing, they want to know that they,
Are taking a calculated risk.
Exactly. How easy is it when you have the story of between 2020 and 2025 tropical battery? How easy is it to sell that?
Well, when I tell you, is probably one of the easiest stories because everybody knows tropical battery. It's one of the things when you bring in a company that doesn't necessarily have the same brand presence.
Yes.
But
and a good track record.
correct, and you don't have the same, coming from as far as they have. Now, when you think tropical, immediately I can see, I visualize myself going, hey, I pass in the lightning on the stores, or I pass in every gas station. And from I go inside and I put my head in, I see the batteries there. All of us have been in situations where, we've had a situation where the battery fail on us or we need something. And miraculously, as long as you have the tropical there, you're calm,
Yes,
you're safe.
yes,
So
yes.
when it is you have a company like that that has that store and that track record, and being able to show that they have moved from just car batteries to now being a full-on generator and storer of energy. So this is effectively an energy company.
Yes, and this is where the world is going now
Exactly.
too, and going green as well. But you mentioned, Chris, earlier about the online presence, right?
Correct.
There are many persons, though, who want to invest, and they may not be au fait with online technology. Can someone just come to an NCB location and get their account started as well?
Of course, and that's one of the good things about our brick and mortar network, where NCBs everywhere. So as long as it is that you are able to come to an NCB branch, you can speak to a representative about, hey, how can I open my account?
I was watching Sunrise and I saw two gentlemen talking about tropical battery, SPO. I want to invest
I want in.
Exactly, right? And how do I start? And we'll walk you through from the start, from getting all the information together, getting it in, putting in, if you need to write it up or we need to do it on the computer for you and have your, read and sign. We will make it as easy and seamless as possible.
When do you close?
So the offer closes June 6th, but let me put a bit but right there. If it's oversubscribed, we can close earlier. And given what we've been hearing on the streets, given what we have been, putting out there, everything so far, we don't want people to wait. We want them to get in now because, it going.
Like hot bread, right?
bread.
Like a hot battery. Alexander, you said that you're overseas, and we have a lot of Jamaicans overseas, and a lot of foreigners watch our show as well. Where in the States are you, and where can we go and support? Because the more support and the better the business is doing, it augurs better for your shareholders.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Our office is based in Silicon Valley or San Jose in California, and it's really, we ship from that office to 35 countries around the world. So we can send products. The brand in the US is on a brand called Rose Batteries.
Okay.
And they make specialty batteries for all types of medical equipment, drones, just real special custom batteries. And so, yeah, you could support us through there. Rose is more a B2B business. So they sell a lot to different computer companies, maybe like Dell computers and batteries inside a server that are high reliability, what they call mission critical batteries. So yeah, it's an incredible business, incredible business.
Great things on the horizon.
Just to that point, Miss Kitty, what I would say with regards to the plans of the company in terms of how you can support in the US is that Tropical is looking to go on Amazon, right, and have that as their level of distribution. So if you are in the US and if you want to, you have that trusted brand, you don't need to go nowhere. You can go on Amazon and get your Tropical battery.
Wow. Amazing
Yeah.
things. SPO guys, yes, please go see them. NCB, Cap
right.
Markets, they are ready and waiting for you. And Alexander, finally, what would you like to say to, just your shareholders and those persons who are looking to get in on the SPO now?
Yeah, I think that it's been a great journey, and I think investing with us, we have a proven management team, a proven track record of growth, and I think we're going to continue that legacy of growth. And I think if someone, a Jamaican investor, is looking for also diversification and investments outside of Jamaica, because now over 50% of Tropical Battery's revenue is earned in US dollars outside of Jamaica, between Dominican Republic and the United States. So I think that is very attractive, where investors who are looking for some diversification and so having that outside revenue, I think, is super important, and prudent investment, philosophy,
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? A word to the wise is sufficient.
right.
And it's excellence or nothing. They're tried, they're tested, they're proven, and they continue to grow, they continue to excel, and they're charged up and revved up, and want you to be a part of this growth. So, NCB Cap Markets is your place for the Tropical Battery SPO. Our guests have been Christopher Buchanan, Senior Vice President of Investment Banking Unit, and Alexander Melville, Executive Chairman of Tropical Battery Company Limited. Coming up next, it's time to stop, shop, and roll.
Sound like an earthquake.
We have more Sunrise right after this, so please do stay with us.
Opening an investment account is easier with Go IPO. Crush the paperwork and get online with NCB Capital Markets' fully digital investment account opening platform. No need to visit an NCB Capital Markets location. You can upload any required documents like your ID, proof of address, and TRN from the comfort of your home. Plus, you can open the account with joint account holders. Be ready for the next IPO. Visit goipo.jncb.com to open your investment account today. Conditions apply.